Alright, we're here, we are back, and this is the round 3 of the Formula 1 Championship. This one happens at Buenos Aires, with the car setup that I had pretty much at all times the same. The only thing I'm gonna change is the fuel load to 13 laps, because the rules that I have applied to myself are saying 13 laps for practice, 13 laps for qualifying, and half of the race distance for the race itself. In a matter of fact, let me just do something really quick. Yeah, I need a little spreadsheet for how many laps there is per full race. So we just do that. Now I can maximize the window size on the OBS. Alright, everything is ready. So let's start the practice session on Buenos Aires. Also gonna probably dig a little bit into the menu of the sound before I'm gonna start the practice session. I'm gonna lower some volume in-game. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Third round of the Formula 1 Championship. We're gonna see how it's gonna go. And like I said, let me go to the sound options, and I think I'm gonna reduce the ambient sound to 26%. Let's go. Got 13 laps. Let's see how it's gonna go. Maybe a little bit too harsh on this corner. Yep. This game has a Murray Walker and Martin Brundle as a commentary, as an additional commentary.
They now have a thicker, rounded end plate, so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
Okay, so I need to avoid the curb over here because curb is pushing me to the outside. At least on that corner.
The weather's getting overcast now. Let's hope it doesn't get any worse.
Well, I really hope it's not gonna get any worse. Then again, having a rain would be a good for practice, because not only I would basically train my ability to drive in a rain situation.
The team will be watching this lap
so I can
closely
avoid
on their monitors.
drifting.
He's up on his best.
It's a minimal increase when it comes to the display, only by 0.09.
Down into second.
It's not really that good.
Third gear. Fourth. Fifth gear. Sixth gear. Beautiful! He's improving on his lap times.
Hey, Massive. Alright, so we somehow managed to fix our time on split 3.
He's down at the first split.
Just not bad. Okay, I need to find the optimal speed for the previous chicane and the long turn over here. Because it seems like I'm either not taking the turn early enough, or I'm basically getting at the wrong speed, hands on the steering.
The team will be watching this lap closely on their monitors. This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split.
PlayStation 1 was a situation how much detail it can put into a 700 megs disc. How much detail it can put into those games.
I don't think any of the crowd will be getting a suntan out there today. He's up after the first split.
Alright, already getting a better time on the first split. That's good. A little bit too late over here.
Second. Third. Up into fourth. Down into second. This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split.
Now up to the finish line. If I'm not gonna screw this up, we're gonna get a time either equal to minute 14 or even maybe 1 minute 13 plus. Yeah, I'm screwing up at the very last turns. I can go lower than that. Yeah, Final Fantasy games were basically spread between several discs because of how much content they had. Besides, back then, Final Fantasy games were like actual RPGs
He's up on his best.
with skills and additional stuff added to it. And
One of the
turn-based.
problems
I'm not
with
claiming
contend
that
is
the modern
visibility.
Final Fantasy games
The
are not
drivers get very
RPGs.
dirty out on the track.
I would say they are
Every 5
a little
laps
bit
or
more
so, they'll need to
action-oriented
give it a
than
wipe,
being
keep it clear with the back of their
RPGs.
glove or their sleeve. Of course, when it gets really
Ooh,
difficult to
okay,
see,
yeah, this lap is
they can
fucked.
peel off one of the clear tear-off strips that cover the visor.
Touched the grass, lost control.
It does look as if the weather may be changing for the worse if those clouds are anything to go by. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind.
The weather
at
better
split
make
2.
it. The weather better make its goddamn mind.
Is there a problem? Your lap times are getting slower.
I'm gonna hate when he's gonna say that. Every single time I'm gonna have like a slower lap time, he's gonna be screaming at me like this. Yeah, this lap probably is,
This
yeah,
looks like a slower lap.
half a
He's
second
down
because
at
of that
split
turn.
1.
I probably will be able to gain a better lap next time. Maybe.
Down into second. Down into first. Second gear. Up into third. Up into fourth. The team will be watching this lap closely on their monitors. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Alright, try to beat my record this time. Let's see how it's gonna go.
One thing we might see this year is drivers having problems with cramp. All the teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more. The weather's overcast, meaning that conditions are cooler out on the track.
A little bit too wide. Yep, too wide on pretty much on almost every corner.
I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Your lap times are down. Is there a problem?
Yeah, reminding me that my lap times are down. That's the biggest problem right now.
Up into third. He's down at the third split.
Then again, there might be a problem that I don't see even,
Up into
or hear.
fifth. Sixth. Down into second. Down into first. The team will be watching this lap closely on their monitors. This could be a fast one. He's up at the second split.
Well, actually managed to regain on the second split. I need to correct the first one.
Well, it's dry at the moment here, but I don't like the look of those black clouds gathering overhead.
And all of a sudden, oh my god. I don't understand this track.
He's up after the first split.
Hey, 420. Funny weak number. Okay, and I already blew it. Took too wide. I was hoping I can fit.
He's down at the second split. I don't think any of the crowd will be getting a suntan out there today.
Still stuck at 1 minute 15. I need to be faster than that.
Down into second.
Problem is during the race,
Third gear. This looks like a slower lap. He's
me
down
carrying
at
like
split
36 laps of fuel, it's also not gonna help.
1. Fifth. Sixth. He's up at split 2.
Okay, at least we are getting there. At least it's not half of a second of a difference.
He's already behind at the first split.
This year, all the teams have lowered the driving seat to try and combat the turbulence caused by the driver's helmet, which reduces the efficiency of the air intake into the engine. Another benefit they hope to see will be better handling of the car due to the lower centre of gravity.
I'm gonna say this much. Some of the banners were basically had to be changed because of the copyright stuff. Like for example, Marlboro one
Fifth gear.
had them changed. They could not include the name of Marlboro. And Foster, maybe the Foster was included in the game and we just don't know about it.
Up into second. Third gear. Fourth. Up into fifth. Sixth gear. Down into second. I'm looking at his previous times now. And it's a good first split time. An interesting point to notice that both Williams and Jordan, two of the great innovators in car design, have opted for an oval air intake above the driver's head. It'll be interesting to see.
The one when even game
makes.
tells you to drive faster.
You can see shadows on the track now. The sun's really coming through. He's faster than his previous best at split 2.
But I ruined it over here. I ruined it over here. Yeah.
One unique feature of the Stewart car
That's the last
design
lap.
is the high side pods on the car
So,
and the large turning
yeah,
vanes,
cannot really do a
which
lot.
should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator
Yeah, I screwed
field
up too much.
during the normal course of a race. This
Well,
sort
I
of
can only hope
accumulation
that during the
can actually cause a
qualifying,
drop-off between 10
there's
and
only gonna be
20%
somebody who's gonna
in the
squeeze like
radiator
maybe
efficiency.
1 minute 14 max, so I can have a good grid position. Yeah, kind of unlucky. Right now, I'm gonna go to the pits anyway.
He's down at the first split.
Buenos Aires is one of those tracks that even during the race, there's probably gonna be a problem with one of the cars. In a way that one of them is gonna be like stupendously fast for no reason. Last time I drove over here, Michael Schumacher was like on a lap, I think 12. He was already 30 seconds ahead of everybody. Basically making my life more miserable.
I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Fuel's getting low. Get ready to come in.
And he crosses the white line into the pit, down to 75.
Yeah, end of practice session. And let's return to the car setup. I'm not gonna change anything, it's simply how I play the game. I had to turn off the music in game for now, because the music that's happening in the menu can be copyright striked, and that is just not going to happen at all. Wait, what? My fastest was 112? I mean, it wasn't. It was clearly 114. 114 was something. Maybe it just basically shows up the best time I have ever achieved in this game when it comes to this. Pit stop. Oh my god. Yeah, it's true. In some instances, actually getting into a pit stop gives you a faster time because the finish line crosses the pit stop itself. Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense. Got to think about it. I'm still trying to figure out like the best volume, the best sound level for the music that's playing in the background, which I'm gonna credit later, because I remember I did not do that last time because I was kind of tired. But yeah, let's go for the qualify session. 13 laps and pit stop maybe 4 times to make a comparison between my time and everybody else's. Let's go.
Go!
I would be very happy if I could score a very good time on my first 4 laps. A time that would be good enough that I would not have to really fix it.
Compounds, a hard one and a soft one. The teams have to decide after the practice sessions which compound they will use for both qualifying and the race. They have to decide whether or not to use soft tyres, which are faster, but may involve having an extra pit stop.
Now it would be great if I could go down by 1 second. And to do that I cannot really have any car in my way.
These drivers are controlling a car about half the weight of a Mini, and these things can accelerate to about 150 miles an hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds. If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position. Into second, down into first, second, up into third, up into fourth. I don't think he's going to better his time. He's behind at split 2.
Yeah, not this lap. I screwed up by touching the grass, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to correct it.
With the 107% rule of the past couple of years, we're seeing that the tail end teams have had to sharpen up their act and spend longer making sure they can do competitive time. This means that the gap between the qualifying time from the front to the back of the grid is now much less.
If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position. It's not enough to be lucky, you've got to be good, and he is that. He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Too slow over here, so it's not gonna be better. Yeah, I cannot do a better lap. I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
He's already behind at the first split. Second gear, third, fourth gear, third gear, down into second. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
Well, it doesn't matter, I'm going to the pits anyway. I need to compare the times between mine and everybody else's.
Look at that! That was a
The
brilliant
pitting
lap and
is
puts it on
faster.
provisional pole.
Pitting is faster than doing regular lap on this track. Like, I'll never understand that. That seems so. That seems like such a cheat. That seems like a really such a cheat. Yeah, look at that. Fisichella is already 1:14.637. I would really want to aim for that time. Anything that's gonna put me below 1:15 is gonna be great. Yeah, Francis is also 1:14. He's almost 1:13 at this point. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough race. But I'm fine with that. Okay, let's do 4 more laps.
This looks like a slower lap. He's down at split 1.
It's pretty obvious that it's gonna be impossible to
Normally, motor racing,
get a good
driving
lap time
car
on
right
this
to
lap.
its limit is very much a skill from the head, not from the heart. But out on the track today, we're seeing some really passionate performances.
In a matter of fact, I know for a fact I'm not gonna be able to get a good time unless I'm gonna pit in, which is ridiculous. That can save so much time. 2 seconds, over 2 seconds, while going for the pit.
I'm looking at the qualifying lap times now. That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
The front wings on these cars have had to be changed in recent years. They now have a thicker, rounded end plate so they can stand a much lesser chance of puncturing a tyre if they hit it.
If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position.
I don't like the fact that there's a car in front of me. Because in qualifying, AI is considered itself to be a lapped car, so they're gonna be...
Down into second.
They're gonna
Down into
try
first.
to get themselves out of the way. The problem is they
Third
not always
gear.
do.
Up into fourth.
And most of the time they're gonna be in the way, not allowing me to get through them.
He's looking good for an excellent lap here, up at split 2.
Like here. It seems like the outside car noises are also set up to the ambient sound of the game. So I might need to bump up the sound of the
If he can keep this kind of speed up,
ambience.
he'll be looking
At least we
at
got
good
a time
grid
almost
position.
at 1:14, so that's fine. What is not fine is that I'm kissing the curbs. I'm hugging the curb so much, it's like a curbs on my girlfriend or something.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
And that's already not a better time. Went onto the grass. Alright, on this lap I'm going to the pit, but it's gonna be just like a quick little checkup. Then again, who knows? I might actually beat my own time again.
Let's see how he compares with the previous qualifying times. That's the fastest time over the first sector we've seen today. Second, third gear, up into fourth, third, down into second. He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
Yeah, plus 200 of a second. Someone tells me that, someone tells me that nobody's gonna be able to beat my time, and it's only mostly because of the pit stop. I do not really like that, because it seems like it's being a little bit of a cheat. Even though I set up the rule myself that I'm going to the pits every 4 laps, not counting the next 4 laps, because it's just end of qualifying session, just go from point A to point B, finish the last 4 laps. But what hurts me is that I cannot get time below 1 minute 15. It's probably mostly because the fault of the settings that I have, because I have maximum downforce, and this track has a lot of open, long corners, long straights, and that does not really allow me to utilize the maximum of my speed.
He's already behind his best time at intermediate 1.
And I have a car in front, so it'll be a nice thing if I could... Oh, it's a minority. It would be a nice thing if I could run past this guy right now, so I could try... So I could get a good lap time on the next turn, on the next lap.
That's down on his previous fastest lap over the second sector.
Yeah, I think that's a good moment. Okay, I really want to reach that time like below 1:15 without going to the pit stop. So at this point, the qualifying doesn't really matter. What does matter is me getting a good lap time, which honestly during the race that's also going to get erased, and just like that it's also got erased.
That first split time is actually faster than the current fastest qualifying lap.
Because I'm going for the one pit strategy like for every single other race, which means I'm gonna be loaded 36 laps of fuel, which is gonna slow me for at least 1 second per lap.
Second.
Which gives the other driver AI all the opportunities to basically to run past me. This might be a difficult race. Might be, doesn't have to be.
That's intermediate 2, and he's slower than his best.
Who knows, I might get lucky.
One thing we might see this year is drivers having problems with cramp. All the teams have followed Williams' lead from last year and positioned their drivers lower in the car, reclined further back with their feet raised up more. If he can keep this kind of speed up, he'll be looking at a good grid position. He's up at the second split. If he keeps this up, he could be on pole.
Pit stop strats. Nice. Okay, so we just naturally reached 114. So not only I gained 1 second, I also gained additional 200 of a second. So it is possible, but how low on fuel I have to be?
Third. That first split time is actually faster than the current fastest qualifying lap. Fifth. Sixth. Down into second. Down into first.
And on the last lap, I could see another driver in front.
He's up on the leader at intermediate 2.
The benefits of his many years' experience in Formula One really show in a race like this.
I think it's a very similar time to the one that I have reached on the lap 11. Well, at least we had qualifying and no malfunctions, so I'm happy about that. It also gives me a moment to drink some tea. I think I'm gonna bump up the music a tiny bit. Also forgot to disable the sound again because I'm that talented. So I have 1 minute 12. Schumacher is only 0.310th from the qualifying session. That's how close he is. So I'm definitely gonna lose the first place when I'll be on the grid. But then again, my time is earned because I went into the pit stop, which it seems kind of like cheating for me. Alesi is on 3rd, Frentzen is on 4th, so he's gonna have a high chance of gaining a lot of points during this race. Irvine is on 5 and Schumacher is on 6. Actually, Ralf Schumacher is on 6. That's actually pretty surprising. I was expecting Gerhard Berger to see him on this list, but it's fine. Okay, car setup. We're just adjusting the fuel. We're gonna go for it. Let me see. Buenos Aires. It's got 72 lap race, so we're gonna load the car with 36 laps of fuel, and that's gonna be 36 laps before the pit stop, unless something's gonna happen to the race, like car damage or any kind of malfunction. Then of course, if I will be able to, I'm gonna drive to the pit stop and I'm gonna fix it up. But yeah, let's start the Buenos Aires round 3 of the championship. Let's go. Let's see how it's gonna go.
Welcome to Buenos Aires and the Autodromo Oscar Alfredo Galvez for this year's Argentine Grand Prix. Neither the drivers nor the teams particularly like the track. They find it difficult to get to grips with its narrow, twisty 2.6 miles. This was highlighted last year when there were several accidents.
That's all he has to say about the track. So 116. Yeah, if I would drive without any pit stops, I would end up like in the middle of in the mid grid somewhere like that. Okay, options. Let me go for sound. I'm gonna increase the ambient volume to 32.
The drivers are getting ready for the start.
I'm gonna lose the first place so freaking fast.
Watch for the lights going out. Go! Streaming down to the first corner.
Yep.
He's blown it. He's thrown away first place.
And Schumacher's in the first, and look at him. Yeah, the game's rigged from the start. He's gonna get like at least 30 seconds of the leadership. Again. Essentially, I will be faster than him. So at this point, if he's really as fast as I think he is, then the only thing that's gonna rescue me technically are gonna be pit stops, because driver AI is gonna have to go drive into the pit stop much more often than I will. That, of course, assuming that I'm not gonna run into any malfunctions. Also, let's not forget that every single lap I'm gaining, hypothetically, 0.200 of a second.
This is lap 2 of the race.
Look at him freaking go. But the best thing I can do right now is not to constantly focus on Schumacher and just focus on my own driving, I guess. And try not to lose any more grid positions than I already have lost. I know it's only like one car that's ahead of me, but still.
Let's see how they stand now. The race
AI of the
leader,
game seems to be...
Michael Schumacher. In second, Williams number 1. In third
It seems to
position,
be pretty cranked up on this track.
Heights Harold Frentzen. Fifth, Ralph Schumacher. Sixth, Giancarlo Fisichella. He's coming up from behind now. Into
Yeah,
lap 3.
now he's actually gaining 200th of a second himself. That means that not only he is basically driving on a different setup, he's also driving on lower amount of fuel than I do.
He's dropping back a bit. Well, it's dry at the moment here, but I don't like the look of those black clouds gathering overhead.
Rain might come to the rescue, because let's not forget, we got a very variable weather conditions. That means that every single race, every single session is going to start with the sunny weather, but there's always a chance of it changing to rain.
He's closing the gap.
And then from rain, it always has a chance to change into sun again. It's RNG weather conditions. I still didn't have a situation in which the weather have changed in my favor. As in, okay, maybe not in my favor, but in my favor I mean from sunny to rain. And then back to sunny, because I honestly prefer driving in the sunny weather, despite the fact that the cars are way faster in the sunny weather. During the rain, the AI of the cars is way slower. They're taking every corner much slower than I do. But also during the rain, there's this problem of me basically constantly having to deal with the wheel spin on the back. And I think the Frentzen is going to take the third place because he's getting closer on every lap. I can already hear his... I can already hear him from behind too. So if he's gonna overtake me, that's fine. I'm slower, he's faster, that's it. Yeah, I think I can already feel that the draft is doing its own thing on Frentzen over here.
I'm looking at the race order now. In first, Michael Schumacher. In second, Williams number 1. In
Might need
third
to let
place,
him pass
Harold Frentzen.
on the
In
next
fourth
lap.
Place, Jean Alesi. In fifth
Because
position,
they want to be entering over
Giancarlo
here.
Fisichella.
For some reason,
In sixth
NPCs
position, Ralph Schumacher.
are slowing down on this little corner over here, even though you can just very easily take it without any kind of like additional braking or anything like that. Even if I'm gonna finish second during this race, it doesn't really matter that much, because I have won two races in a row, so I'm perfectly fine. I think as long as I'm not gonna get a major malfunction or I'm not gonna get disqualified, I should be good to go. He's closer on every lap. And I can hear it. In a matter of fact, I cannot really hear him that well. Hold up. I think I'm gonna bring it back to 50.
He's losing ground.
Yeah, Schumacher is already lapping at 116. Almost 115 in a matter of fact. So the only way for me to actually catching him is that if he's gonna lap in like next 6 laps, which actually he might lap in next 10 laps, come to think about it.
He's losing ground.
I can also see that the weather conditions are getting worse and worse. The sky have turned gray. which would indicate that the rain is gonna come soon.
He's coming up from behind now. Race order. In first place, Michael Schumacher. In second position, Williams number 1. In third, Harold Frentzen. In fourth, Jean Alesi.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let him through.
His chance of taking the lead seems to be slipping further and further away.
I'm okay with that. And we got an engine malfunction. So we might even lose the top 6 now. That's unfortunate. I'm okay with Frentzen being faster than me. It's okay. I am not okay with that engine malfunction that I have right now. The smoke is just pouring out from the back, which is essentially forces me to go to the pits right now, which is also gonna make me lose several positions. Probably gonna drop from the top 6.
He's definitely gaining. This is classic racing.
And he crosses the white line into the pit, down to 75 miles per hour.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane. And that was an absolutely perfect stop.
Yeah, just as I predicted, top 6 is out.
Look at this! Look at this! He's dropped down out of the top 6 and out of the potential points. In 7th place, Williams number 1. 8th, Gerhard Berger.
Alright, so now we're basically gonna do our best to try to get as far into the top 6 as possible. That's our goal for now.
He's really charging now.
Might be yeah, it's starting to rain, so we might actually regain the top 6 on the next lap, because we don't necessarily have to go to the pits while it's raining. But then again, as much as I appreciate the favor of the rain, it doesn't mean that it is going to actually rain for a very long time. The weather conditions might change at any second. And it seems like Irvine is not going to the pits right now.
He's losing ground. Race order. Michael Schumacher, Harold Frentzen, Jean Alesi, Giancarlo Fisichella. It looks as though the rain is beginning to ease off a bit.
Yeah. If Maury Walker says that the rain is stopping, that means there's actually a chance of sun to coming back, which means my job is going to be much more difficult.
The gap is growing.
And I'm going to have to rely on the pit stops of basically of AI. They're going to like pit in like 5 laps, so I can retake the position somewhere in the top 6.
He's dropping back a bit.
Yeah, Schumacher already on lap 11 is 20 seconds ahead of everybody. The game is... Uh-oh. Bye!
Moving nicely through the field.
I think that
now.
Yamaha had some kind of engine problem and everybody have stopped right behind him. Like everybody's sluggishly moving right behind him, waiting for a good opportunity to overtake. Well, I definitely found one.
The yellow flags are being waved by the marshals. That's a warning. Some kind of accident.
Okay, I don't know where that accident have happened.
Yellow flag, of course,
I'm
means that
going
the
to
drivers
safely
should
assume
slow
that the
down
accident
and
have happened
must
right behind me.
overtake.
The race is underway again. The
I don't see
green
anybody in
flags are up.
front.
He's a real veteran of Formula One, and it shows in the maturity of his driving.
He's losing ground.
To be honest, I am not expecting
This year, all the
to
teams have lowered the driving seat to try and
win this
combat the
race. I am
turbulence caused by
expecting
the
to
driver's
gain the
helmet,
top
which
second
reduces the
position.
efficiency
That's
of
it.
the air intake into the engine.
Because
Another
from what I can see,
benefit
Schumacher is going to
is
win.
better handling of the car due to the lower
It's
central
so
gravity.
much of an advantage right now. And he didn't have even to pit once in the entire race. Because he didn't suffer any malfunctions.
And the gap is closing. It does look as if the weather may be changing for the worse if those clouds are anything to go by.
Yeah, the weather cannot make up its goddamn mind. Because he switches from switching to sun to switching into full rain, because as we can see, the racing line is gone at all times right now as we speak. And now it's starting raining again.
Michael Schumacher, Heinz Harald Frentzen, Giancarlo Fisichella, Williams #1. He's dropping back a bit. And yes, if I look outside the
Yeah,
commentary
it's actually
box,
started
there are
raining
definitely a few drops of rain.
a little bit
beginning to
harder
fall.
now.
He's closing the gap.
It's important in the wet to use the whole track, drive intelligently and creatively, and find the areas of grip.
I think somebody have just pitted. Yeah, Fisichella have pitted in.
He's closing the gap in front. That's moved him to third place.
And so did Frentzen. Now Frentzen's gonna be slower because he's driving on wet tires while the road is still relatively dry.
He's coming up from behind now.
So I will overtake him. Unless I'm gonna drive so wide like an idiot, then I probably will not.
Good stuff. He's moved up to second place.
Another arrows in front. Surprisingly, Minardi is not on the very last place.
He's actually up on the leader's time at split 2.
Very, very surprisingly. Are you going to the pits? No, you're actually going to be a pain in the ass now. You're a lap, my guy. Get out of the way, thank you.
The car in front will be getting
Yeah,
worried
so Schumacher
after
have
that.
just went into the pit stop. I mean, that's even he is driving right now on the wets. Intimidation. Yeah, I'm doing
The
good.
gap is increasing.
Hope you're doing well. The reason why I'm saying that I don't have to go to the pits to change the tires to the wets is because AI is being immediately like paranoid. It's like a switch. Once rain starts and it's a serious rain, the AI is like, okay, I'm going to the pits now. Well, I can see that I can still have a lot of grip, even when it's gonna be raining more intensely than this. Basically, I know where I can stop risking it and go to the pits. And it's not right now. Even though the Schumacher right now drives a little wet, he still might be a little bit faster. Because it's Schumacher.
Williams, number 1.
And his AI cheats. It's like straight up cheats. As it feels like. Honestly, excuse me, I need to take off that hat. I need to take off that hat because it's way too warm.
That lap will certainly help him catch the car in front. He's dropping back a bit.
I think that Schumacher in front of me is trying to lap somebody.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tires?
Not yet. Oh snap. That's one of the turtles. He slipped on the corner.
He's definitely gaining.
He knows what he's got to do, and he's doing it.
That lap will certainly help him catch the car.
Yeah, I'm gaining time from now. If it's gonna turn into actual full rain weather, with rains and storms, me changing tires to the wets is gonna allow me to win the race. Well, allow me to win the race. Basically, I'm gonna be faster than the AI no matter what, I think. And there goes Schumacher.
We've got wet tires waiting for you when you think it's wet enough.
Oh, you lucky dog. Okay, so I need to go to the pits right now. So even if I'm gonna overtake him right now for like by some miracle, it's not really gonna matter. He's still faster on the straight though.
He's coming up from behind now. This young man had a fantastic first season last year, giving his teammate Damon Hill a real run for his money in the championship battle. This year, all eyes will be on the French-Canadian as he continues his Formula One campaign. Look at that! Now he's in first place!
I was in the first place for a second.
Did their job superbly for a super fast stop.
Well, Minardi, what you gonna do? And you're just riding right in front instead of slowing down. Good choice, man. Good choice. That's... It's a good thing that I have not pushed more to the inside because he would like just...
The gap is growing.
He would just ram me in the back.
Race
Yeah.
order. Michael Schumacher.
Excuse me.
Williams, number 1.
This long corner over there.
Frentzen. Giancarlo
That's gonna
Fisichella.
hurt. All right, so now it's wet tires, wet condition.
He's coming up from behind
That
now.
means that everybody's acceleration is going to be lower. Everybody's going to brake more on specific corners. my acceleration is also going to suffer. I will also have to slow down on every turn, on every corner. And the weather just changes back again. Yeah.
That lap will certainly help him catch the car in front.
The weather just simply decided to change back to a drivable slick. I do not like that.
He's losing ground.
Yeah, now it's dry enough for me to go to the pits again and change for the slicks. The weather just cannot make up its mind. It's like yesterday with Interlagos. Only this is much, much worse.
And he crosses the white line into the pit, down to 75 miles per hour.
He'll be very aware that races can be won or lost in the pit lane.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tyres?
It looks
It
as
does
though the rain
not.
is beginning to ease off a bit.
And Schumacher... Stupid weather, man. Because of that, Schumacher have managed to regain all
The gap
the
is increasing.
all the time that he had before. Maybe I am going to... No, don't retire. Jesus. Maybe I'm gonna lower the ambience to 40%.
He's definitely gaining.
Yeah, I know. I should not be fighting with the audio, like, in the middle of the race, but if something bothers me, I need to change it.
He's calm, he's relaxed, he is in charge.
You guys are gonna have to forgive me for that.
Race order. Michael Schumacher, Williams #1. Heinz Harold Frentzen.
On the plus side,
Carlo Fisichella. The gap is growing.
I managed to regain my second place from the beginning of the race, so it's all great. Those additional 6 points are always going to be useful.
There are yellow warning flags out round this section.
As a driver, you are really thankful for the yellow flag, as it gives you those vital
Lots of
seconds
crashes on this
warning of
race.
approaching hazards.
They're off
It
again.
seems like
Green
those crashes have
flags
not
out
happened
round the
anywhere in
circuit.
front, though,
He's
so
coming up
that's
from
good.
behind now.
Goodbye, Tyrrell.
The gap is increasing.
And now it's getting sunny again. Let's see for how long it's gonna be sunny like that. Because let's not forget, sunny weather means that Schumacher is gonna get all the leadership in all the seconds that he can get. And the only thing that is gonna help me is if he's gonna go to the pit stop relatively soon.
He's definitely gaining.
I have to go to the pit stop for refueling in 14 laps from now.
He's closing the gap in front.
I just gained a lot of time. That means that Schumacher went to the pits for two reasons.
And the gap is closing.
He either refueled or he just changed tires. Either way, right now he is heavier than me, no matter what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna try and take that opportunity.
He's coming up from behind now.
There we go.
That's into first place. Race order. Williams.
Let's see for how long I will be able to keep that.
Michael Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralph Schumacher. The drivers will be getting into
So what
their
Schumacher
rhythm
could
now
do-
for the middle section of the race.
Is that he basically could just keep on trying to overtake one of the stewards.
If I was out there on the track, I would be beginning to wonder now whether it's dry enough and whether there was enough grip to come in and swap. to
And just
slick tyres
also
with
keep
their
on
speed
blocking me at the
advantage.
same time. But he decided to do otherwise. I have no clue why. That was not a good idea. He had like a very nice, relatively long straight for one of the stewards to simply slow down a little bit so he can just run through because Stewart was one of the lap cars. That only created a situation that was very comfortable for me alone. And Schumacher right now goes to the pits. That means I'm gonna gain even more seconds because of that. And I am happy. Oh my god, what the hell have happened to Frentzen? Frentzen has lost like all the top 6. I think he was involved in one of the crashes before. Because I believe that I haven't even looked. I think he's out of the top 6 at this point. Because at this point we have a situation where I am lapping him. And he just came out of the pits, probably after the fresh tire change.
New safety rules for the design of the cars this year have meant that the teams have had to include a deformable structure behind the gearbox to protect the driver in the event of rear impact. Ferrari did this last year, and they've already overcome most of the problems, like excessive vibration, which can crack the rear wing.
Schumacher's 15 seconds behind me, but he might actually regain all of those seconds sooner or later. What
Look at
the
that.
fuck?
He's hit Larini.
The drivers should be slowing down now and taking extra
Well,
care
there
through
goes the
this
leadership.
section until the problem has
There
been
goes the
cleared.
leadership,
There'll
guys.
be a new front wing waiting for him in the team pit area.
Now the course
There goes the
officials
leadership.
are waving green flags. That means all clear.
Larini just
They must get
drove
that
into the
problem
pit and
sorted out as
right
fast as
into
they
me.
can, so they can get back
Yeah,
out
Schumacher's
there.
gonna regain
With a fresh
his
set of tyres,
first
which
place
means that, for a
at
while
any
at
moment
least,
now.
He'll have something of a time advantage over the other car.
Well, the sun seems to be trying to break through now. The clouds are definitely beginning to clear.
The problem is, he just decided to go to the pits just like that.
Race order.
It sucks that there's like cars that want to go to the pits, they don't go into the line, into the pit line right directly after the turn. No, they all of a sudden make it the turn into the right, and that's it. Unbelievable. Schumacher is gonna regain that the first position because I lost like around 10 seconds in the pits. Yeah, he's already 4 seconds behind me.
What was that?
And now I have the engine failure. Oh, lovely. I guess this race really wants me to be on the second place permanently. Well, I have no other choice than to get to the pits on this lap. And there's gonna be somebody who's gonna be faster than me. I need to allow him to overtake me. Because at this point, I'm the danger on the track.
And he crosses the white line into the pit.
Ain't that a
down to
bitch?
75 miles per hour.
They can't afford to make a single mistake in the pits. It's absolutely
Bye, second
vital
place.
Everyone does their job perfectly. The
Bye,
pit
first
lane
place,
crew
I
did
should
their
say.
job superbly for a super fast stop.
Of course, there are some drivers who prefer the challenge of wet weather racing, but most of them will be very pleased that the conditions are dry out there today.
He's dropping back a bit.
Oh well, after I'm gonna go to the pits for actual refueling, the only reason in which I would be able to overtake Schumacher is either if he's gonna get a malfunction, either his weather's gonna change, or I'm basically gonna catch him in the pits because he's gonna go to the pits at least 2 more times.
And the gap is closing. Race order. Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralph Schumacher.
I really feel bad for Frenton that he got into the crash and then pushed him out of the top 6. It's probably he's out of the top 10. And God knows how long it's going to take him to regain all of those lost positions. Then again, he's driving pretty fast, so I would say that there's definitely a chance. Unless he's gonna do he's gonna be a goofy eye and he's gonna do a silly mistake, which is also a possibility. He also have the fastest lap of the entire race, 1 minute and 15 and 435 hundredths of a second.
It's not enough to be lucky. You've got to be good. And he is that. We're sitting here in glorious sunshine. It's a perfect day for motor racing.
6 laps, then I'm gonna go to the pit stop. It's also gonna be the only time when I'm gonna actually refuel for 37 laps. There's something wrong with Schumacher, because I'm starting to catch him again.
And the gap is closing.
Did he get slowed down by the lapped cars by any chance? Because if he did, that actually is my chance. He probably did. Now he's gonna definitely overtake one of the Zaubers that was in front.
The car in front.
Okay, I do not really like this situation.
He just hit Katayama.
And there goes my front wing. Yeah.
I can see some damage on the car.
And I got a. Not only I have lost the front wing, I also got black and white flag.
Is underway again. The green flags are out.
Because Katayama was like, hey, let's not slow down. Let's not slow down. Let's pretend I'm gonna let him through, but I'm gonna ram right into his ass.
He's dropping back a bit. Race order. Michael Schumacher. Williams #1. Giancarlo Fisichella. Ralph Schumacher. Up into first position.
They must get that problem sorted out as fast
And
as they can.
yeah, and Katayama have
out
rammed into me, and I rammed into Schumacher. So that was fantastic. That's gonna cost me much more time than I wanted. Over 11 seconds. This is bad. This is real bad. Yeah, Schumacher is gonna win this race. Honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna try to defend my second place, and that's it. I'm not even going to try.
He's dropping back a bit.
From a tactical standpoint, it just was. This was just not my race. Not only practice and qualifying has basically did not went the way I wanted.
And the gap is closing.
But now race is just giving me more and more and more problems. If it's not undecided weather, it's at least 2 engine failures.
The car in front will be getting worried after that lap time.
But again, maybe I should not give up so early. Let's see what's gonna happen. I guess that's the best I can really do. But I'm gonna be fine if I'm gonna end up at the second place.
He's closing the gap.
Yeah, Minardi also got pretty bonked. I can see the rear wing being absolutely destroyed. Well, not really destroyed, but it's definitely severely bent.
Superlative.
2 more laps
He's
and I'm gonna have to
closing the gap
pit.
in front.
I'm gonna have to fuel my tank for 37 laps, which is the remaining amount of laps in the entire race. Which again is gonna make me hella heavy. And now this guy is blocking my path. Then again, those chicanes are a little bit unforgiving,
Race
so...
order. Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1, Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralph Schumacher.
Can you stop tweaking like that? It's not Dead Space Rear, you can stop tweaking.
The gap is increasing.
Gap is increasing, gee whiz, I wonder why.
He's closing the gap in front.
That's another Minardi. He also got a banged up rear wing. I wonder what happened here.
He's coming up from behind now. We're at about half the race distance.
Alright, we're
now.
pitting in on this lap.
That will certainly help him catch the car in front.
37 laps of fuel for the rest of the race. Let's hope it's gonna...
He's losing ground.
Let's hope that my predictions are actually gonna be accurate, that Schumacher is gonna go to the pits at least 2 more times.
He's closing the gap.
This could possibly take 11, 12, 13 seconds if he takes on enough fuel to finish the race.
Absolute clockwork precision from the pit crew. It's a slow stop.
Yeah, slow stop because I have tank for the rest of the race.
Race order. Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralph Schumacher.
Fisichella is actually 11 seconds behind
He's
me.
losing ground.
I simply need to try my best to defend the second place. That's That's gonna be my priority. If I manage to catch Schumacher, great. If I won't, also not really bad, because at least I'm gonna have sold like 6 points. Was it 6 points? Or was it 8 points? I think it's 6 points for the second place. That was stupid. I shouldn't do that.
He's dropping back a bit. He's actually faster than the race leader at split 2.
Did he actually pit it right now? I think he actually pit it. Nope. Then I don't understand why the game was like, hey, he's actually faster than the race leader. Unless he got stopped by while trying to lap one of the slower cars, then yeah, that would actually make sense.
The gap is increasing. Race order: Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1, Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralf Schumacher. He's dropping back a bit.
Yeah, Schumacher is just gaining. Now he just gained between the first split and between the finish line and the first split, he already gained like +2 seconds. He is basically on this track specifically, he is absolutely broken. And catching him basically requires just a little bit of luck. And skill too. So to an extent, people could say, yeah, this is a skill issue.
The gap is increasing.
What's that Zauber doing? This Zauber currently is like driving so much faster than me.
One unique feature of the Stuart car design is the high side pods on the car and the large turning vanes, which should reduce the amount of debris that is sucked off the track into the radiator grill during the normal course of a race. This sort of accumulation can actually cause a drop-off between 10 and 20% in the radiator's efficiency.
Race order. Michael Schumacher, Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella, Ralph Schumacher.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to overtake that arrows on this part. Rather play it safe than rather be safe than sorry. Gonna overtake him in one corner now. Or maybe not. Oh no, never mind, we good. He's a left car anyway, so technically speaking he should allow me to move forward from now, but he doesn't. Technically 30 laps left the entire race, and everything might change, even the weather.
He's dropping back a bit.
What was that? Are you alright?
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's another engine malfunction. Yeah, at this point I'm gonna be happy if I'm even gonna defend the second place. Constantly have to deal with the stupid engine malfunctions, man. Yeah, Schumacher is gonna win at this point. It's final.
75 miles per hour in the pit lane, which he does by hitting a button that activates the rev limiter.
They can't afford to make a single mistake in the pits.
And I lost
It's
second place too.
absolutely
Great.
vital. Everyone
Amazing.
does their job perfectly. The pit lane crew did their job superbly.
That is just
super
great.
fast stop. He's losing ground. He's definitely gaining.
At this point, I'm just going to fight for the second
I've
place.
said it so many times before, Martin, but I'll say it again.
The only
Catching is
way
one
in
thing,
which I would
passing
gain
is
the
quite
first place
another.
right now is a miracle. It's basically a miracle.
Race order. Michael Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella. Williams number 1.
The fact that Fisichella is second, that means that
It
Jordan...
does look as if the weather may be changing for the worse if those clouds are anything to go by. He's dropping back a bit.
Jordan might actually gain some points in this championship. I actually really like Jordan as a team, so... And I think there's somebody right behind me to take my third place as well. UP. Yeah, Ralph Schumacher and Andy Irvine, they're right behind me.
He's definitely gaining.
Also, Murray Walker have said that the weather is changing for the worse, so... Rain at the halfway through the race. It's gonna be the same situation like the first time when the rain have stopped dropping. It started dropping. Basically, the weather changed from rain to dry in like a matter of a single lap.
He's losing ground.
Yeah, Schumacher is right behind me. He might actually take that chance to overtake me. Hey Scar, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
He's definitely gaining.
Hey Mark. Yeah, it actually has been pointed out today that the Foster has been replaced with Faster, but we do have to understand that it's a copyright issue. The FIAA did not allow their name to be fully displayed, and also Foster. Is that me? What are you talking about?
Since Frank Williams first formed his team in 1970, he's taken them from relative obscurity at the back of the grid through to their first championship win in 1980 and on to be one of the consistently major players of the last 17 years. He's also had to endure his share of tragedy in recent years, but he's overcome the setbacks to take 8 Constructors' Championships, equaling the record of Ferrari. And the gap is closing.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a racing game or two every now and then.
Race order.
If I'm gonna feel like it. Besides, it's a good opportunity because I have played a religious amount of Dead Space Remake throughout the month of March, so I decided to bring, hey, let's bring something different.
2/3 mark now in terms of race distance.
And I have noticed that nobody have done a playthrough, like a full playthrough of this game the way I do it right now on YouTube, so I want to simply get into that niche.
He's definitely gaining.
I want to make a full championship with full immersion options, full race distance. Hey Ken. I think Fisichella is right in front of me. Is the Williams with FW14B? Don't really remember. Check F197 info. It's gonna give you an information on the engine. I have a pastebin note prepared for that.
Ouch! That's put him down. The car in
Here we go,
front
back
will
with
be
the
getting
second
worried
place.
after that lap time. He's moved up to second place.
I don't know who was that, but he was really trying to get my second place. I think it was the Ralf Schumacher. He's gonna have to go to the pits really soon anyway.
He's up on the leader at split 1.
It's the Williams from 1997, so... Yeah, but there's a command in the stream title that's gonna give you information on the car in the game settings and the car settings as well. Yeah, we are getting into the rain, guys. So most likely we're gonna gain some seconds
He's actually up
between
on the
me
leader's time at
and
split 2.
the number 3 over here, which I'm gonna assume it's Ralf Schumacher. Unless Ralf Schumacher is gonna pit on right now, then it's gonna be only distance between me and Michael.
He's lost second place.
No, I did not. Shut up.
He's gained second place. This
There we
is
go.
Classic racing. He's closing the gap in front.
Can somebody do the command?
The
Can
gap
somebody use
is
the command?
growing.
F197 info for Ken, so we can take a look at what kind of car I'm currently
Race
using.
order. Michael
I would
Schumacher,
appreciate that.
Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella. Ralf Schumacher.
Thank you, Scar. Yeah, Murray Walker and Martin Brundle as the commentators for the race, for every race.
That's an excellent second split, faster than the race leader. His lap time is quicker than the car he's chasing. They just touched, I think. There doesn't seem to be any damage.
What is the Zauber doing, dude? Okay, congratulations, dude. You just damaged my rear wing. We just made my pit stop just a little bit longer. Congratulations.
The gap is increasing.
It seems like Stuart Ford is having some malfunction. No, I'm not gonna take that risk. If that was if it was a single car, I would just run through them. But if it's two cars at the same time. Also considering the fact that probably both of them are gonna have to go to the pits because it's starting to rain. We might actually have the end of the race in the rain. So. They're not pitting in, which is weird.
His lap time is quicker than the
Yeah, I'm
car
gonna
he's
be
chasing.
right behind Frentzen at this point. And Frentzen have regained the 6th place in the race, so if I'm going to fail, we at least got 1 point.
The gap is growing.
This could be a disastrous combination if it keeps up. 700 horsepower engine, slick tyres and rain.
He's definitely gaining.
I'm gonna assume that Schumacher have already went to the pit and changed for the wet tires. That means that he right now is slower than me at any kind of for any kind of reason. I'm still running on slicks, so I'm still sticking better to the ground.
That lap will certainly help him catch the car in front.
He definitely drives on more fuel than I do. And if the rain is gonna go even worse,
Williams, number
he's
1.
gonna have to slow down even more before I'm even gonna have to go to the pits. So who knows, maybe this race is going to turn into my favor.
He's definitely gaining.
We've got wet tyres waiting for you when you think it's wet enough out there.
That is the first warning. I still don't really have to go for the wet tires. Not yet. I can still drive like this. There is a risk of my car just drifting away, but it is quite a quite negligible chance.
All the drivers left will be focused on the finish. Superlative! He's closing the gap in front. He's coming up from behind now. The gap is closing.
We've got wet tyres
Okay, going to the
waiting for you
pits.
when you think it's wet enough out there.
Right in time. Right in time to get to the pits.
Damage to the rear wing like that cannot be helping his aerodynamic efficiency. I expect they'll replace it at this stop.
They can't afford to make a single mistake in the pits. It's absolutely vital everyone does their job perfectly. The team will have wanted to get him away faster than that.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow him to overtake me. It's fine. They're gonna get lapped anyway. But now I need to be much more careful when I'm driving. Because if I'm gonna put too much torque, my wheels are going to spin, and that's just not gonna be fun. Franson, no, keep on the inside. I can take you from the outside. There we go. Also, there's one thing that I just realized that I forgot to set up when it comes to my chair. The arm support. I'm supposed to put them to the inside for my own comfort. What the? Oh my god, that scared me.
It's important in the wet to use the whole track. Drive intelligently and creatively and find the areas of grip.
I'm gonna put it like this, Ken. If something's gonna happen today, if I'm gonna have enough time, we're actually gonna at least do the we're gonna go for Monaco. Because in 97, this is the third round. The fourth round is Imola. The fifth round is Monte Carlo.
Race order. Michael Schumacher. Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella.
So if the time is gonna allow, we are definitely gonna visit Monaco today. Because I'm planning to do two races a day because they are taking quite a bit of time.
When you're driving a Formula 1 car, you cannot be tense. You're strapped in. You feel every movement. you're part of the car, and if you're tense with the car, it slides up a little bit more.
Got 16
You
laps
must relax
left.
and let the car do the work.
He's losing ground.
We're gonna see if those 16 laps are gonna be enough to catch Michael Schumacher. That's currently on the first place.
The rain's absolutely lashing down on the track. Driving conditions are getting worse all the time.
I think the RNG weather have finally decided to rain properly.
And the gap is closing.
What was that? Are you
Oh,
alright?
you've got to be kidding me!
Closing the gap in front.
Another engine malfunction. Or clutch, or whatever it is, but we got, it's like a 5th or 6th malfunction this race.
He's coming up from behind now. He's coming up from behind now.
And he crosses the white line into the pit, down to 75 miles per
Did
hour.
someone said engine malfunction?
They can't afford to make a single mistake in the pits. It's absolutely vital everyone does their job perfectly. It's a quick one.
That's what she said. And now the weather's changing back to sunny. Oh my
The gap
god.
is increasing.
Buenos Aires, you prick. This race is being a total prick towards me.
Race order.
I
Michael
swear to
Schumacher,
God, man.
Williams number 1. Giancarlo Fisichella. Ralph Schumacher.
Yep, RNG weather. You know, RNG malfunctions and RNG weather,
He's
man.
closing the gap.
I heard that Formula 1 2020 is actually the best Formula 1 game
That
right
lap
now.
will certainly help him catch the car in front.
The last Formula 1 game that I have actually drove was 2015.
He's definitely gaining. He's definitely gaining. He's closing the gap in front.
What is that Tyrrell is going to do? He's like, right now he's trying to block me. Right now this Tyrrell is blocking me. Get the hell out of the way, dude! Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I would not having a blue flag for that thing.
He's pumping in some really good lap times now.
Okay, on the next lap I will be able to change the tires back again to slicks.
Unbelievable!
And I'm gaining time on Schumacher as well.
Worried after that lap time.
Zauber, please. I know I was too hungry for that one.
Michael Schumacher.
And I was too
Williams
hungry, so
#1.
me falling off the track is
Giancarlo
strictly my
Fisichella.
fault.
Ralph
But still.
Schumacher. The gap is growing.
Yeah, I can change to slicks again.
He's closing the gap. I may be speaking too soon, but it looks to me as if the rain isn't as hard as it was.
He's crossed the white line now. That means you have to
EA
slow
is
down
still
to
publishing.
75 miles per hour in the pit lane.
EA is
which he
still
does by
publishing.
hitting a button that activates the rev limiter.
Absolute clockwork precision from the pit crew.
It's looking a bit slippery out there. Do you want to come in for wet tyres?
No, I do not. EA is still publishing games, but development studio is Codemasters.
He's losing ground.
Sir? Do we have to have that conversation again? Thank you.
He's coming up from behind now. The car in front will be getting worried after that lap time.
I don't know when Schumacher is gonna go to the pits. if he didn't already.
He's closing the gap. He's coming up from behind now. Race order. Michael Schumacher, Williams #1. Giancarlo Fisichella, Eddie Irvine. That lap will certainly help him catch the car in front.
Is he not going to the pits?
The gap is increasing.
Weight is king in a Formula 1
Since
car.
when EA publishes EA F1 games? Well, since like 2010s, I think.
The aviation industry is measured in kilos, not liters, and is precisely calculated.
I could be wrong on that too, but I know for a fact that if you check on Steam, at least on the latest game, the publisher's EA and the developers Codemasters.
He's closing the gap. The car in front will be getting
Oh my
worried
God.
after that lap time.
Got him. It turned to slicks. Now it's defending.
First position.
We got the first place. I actually caught him right into the pit stop. It's all about defending. We've got 7 laps to go.
It's incredible. These drivers are controlling a car about half the weight of a minute, and these things can accelerate to about 150
Now it's a full focus
miles an
mode.
hour in 6.5 to 7 seconds.
If I was out there on the track, I would be beginning to wonder now whether it's dry enough and whether there was enough grip to come in and swap to slick tyres with their speed advantage.
Race order. Williams #1. Michael Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella, Eddie Irvine.
Lots of options. The weather condition, car malfunctions, that's all randomized, so knock on the wood, but everything might happen. And I just freaking gained over 19 seconds over Michael Schumacher. Now it's just gain more. Gain more, and that's it.
The skies are clearing. I can see patches of blue over the commentary box.
It's tempting, but if I would overtake that McLaren, I would have to fight with the steward, and I do not really want that. And that McLaren right now is trying to overtake the steward car, but he cannot. And I cannot overtake them both at the same time. Unless it's gonna be over here. Three laps left. Well, technically 4.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher. Giancarlo Fisichella. Eddie Irvine.
They have to concentrate on two things: trying to pass the car in front and trying to keep the car behind at bay.
Yeah, this game has several different languages, so the commentary is gonna be different depending on what language of the game you're gonna pick.
Only 3 laps to go.
It's okay. Just touch the grass a little bit. Everybody needs to do that once in a while.
There are some drivers who prefer the challenge of wet weather racing, but most of them will be very pleased that the conditions are dry out there today.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. I'm not gonna overtake him over here. Gonna take him here. Yeah, just a little bit of a lawn mowing.
There are only
Got
2
20,
laps left in
at
which
least
to
20
decide
seconds in
the race.
front of the Michael Schumacher.
Race order. Williams number 1. Michael Schumacher, Giancarlo Fisichella, Eddie Irvine. We're into the final lap. Of course, as the laps go on, these little potential opportunities that are not really on become greater and greater in their minds. Sooner or later, someone's going to think, I can do it, have a lunge, and the chances are they won't be able to, and end up tangling with the car in front or even going into the barrier.
Nope. Not overtaking.
Drivers may have to contend with overheating problems in this sun, but from the point of view of the crowd, the weather is perfect.
I don't even need to overtake him anymore. We won.
And there is the checkered flag.
Wow, that was a race. That was like the most difficult race that I had during this season, if not in the game so far. Like, genuinely.
Wow.
Jaber 200 bits, thank you very much. That actually reminds me, I should move the alerts somewhere else. Preferably just a little bit down below, or maybe underneath the controller. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it underneath the controller. Thank you for the 200 bit, Jaybird. Appreciate it.
Some water.
Okay, so the race results: 1 hour 36 minutes. I won the race. That's the third race in a row that I have won. Schumacher apparently had plus 1 minute behind me, but that's not true. He was like 20 seconds. Fisichella, Irvine, Ralph Schumacher, and Frentzen got lapped at least once in the race, and I had the fastest laps of 1 minute 14 in 606. I gained total of 30 points in this championship. Schumacher is holding at 18 points. LEC is number 3 with 8. Berger is at 6 points. Fisichella with 4 points, and Oliver Panis is equal with also 4 points. With Williams, my team being at 32 points in the lead. Ferrari as the second with 21. Benetton with 14 points. Jordan with 6. Prost with 4. And McLaren with 1. No, not in this game, sadly. But yeah, actually, I need to do something. I need to save the game. Save state on the number 3. There we go. Whew. Well, that was definitely a challenging race. Not gonna lie, this was very, very, very rough. I mean, through all the randomized weather changes, through that actually in the end have went in my favor, especially considering the last 10 laps of the race. The constant engine malfunctions that forced me to get into the pit stop, to the car crashes that some of them were actually caused by maybe my arrogance, but the fact that we have managed to win this race is just absolutely amazing. And we're gonna go now for the RAM number 4. It's gonna be Imola. For people on Twitch, this is gonna be a continuous stream. For people on YouTube, thank you guys very much for watching. Links to my YouTube, Discord, where you guys needs down below in the description below. I'm only gonna give a shout out to the music creator that's playing in the background. His name is Carl Casey, and the links for his music and also his YouTube channel is down below in the video description. Once again, guys, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the round 4 in Imola.